Hello and welcome back to this Let's Play series with Nordri, the son of Balin, um, in Crusader Kings 3 Realms in Exile mod. Last episode we left off trying to decide if we're gonna tackle the Balrog or not, but I didn't notice. Uh, I was distracted by the many events we were popping off with the hunting and the veneration of ancestors, that we actually have a stowaway in our beautiful, beautiful kingdom. Uh, I had a look at the recording. He appeared in the last 15-ish minutes of the recording. And by that I mean we have another goblin. Um, he has a settlement colony here and a number of buildings here. I can see on the counter here that he constructed the settlement recently. Um, I think the east hall was mine, but I might be wrong, which is why this has X2 here. But he definitely added this to the counter. We're gonna attack him because sneaky, sneaky goblinses deserve happy murder time. Um, we're not gonna abandon the settlement. There's no point because there is no counter towards dormant while he's in the dormant phase. So we're gonna simply gonna take over the settlement. And we're probably gonna pass this off to a vassal. I also had a look at our situation. Currently, we're nowhere near where we want to be with our skills. We could equip the Axe of Durin for an increase in prowess, which would bring it to 57. We can also tell our spouse to support us in chivalry. We're already getting some of that support. She's currently on assist ruler, which means we get half of her stats. Her stats are awful. She only has 7 chivalry, 7 martial, no intrigue. Her stats are overall low. If we shift her to chivalry only, it says she would give us 5 chivalry. But if we have a look at our chivalry and we switch her to chivalry, we can see she only increases it by 3. And the reason is she's already providing us with 2. That's the reason why. And of course, if you shift her to chivalry, you're not gonna get the benefit of any of the other stats, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. I forgot to check. You're still not having children. That is bad. That you're not having any children. I think I'm gonna give him this settlement, this delving. We might as well. He still has marauding orc dregs, so he's gonna suffer from that. It would bring our counter down. We don't want to control this kingdom ourselves per se anyway. So we can give him this. Hopefully he'll have some kids. Hopefully, but we'll see. We can still mine in here because the quartz deposit is still mineable. So we can still send an expedition there, that's fine. We're not gonna go mining quite yet. We don't need to prospect it anymore, it's already been prospected by our wonderful skill at finding quartz. So we're gonna invade this territory now. We're not gonna invade this territory now. We don't have access to it, so we need to colonize this in order to have access to it. We already have 2 ongoing colonies, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait for this to finish. And we're gonna colonize this and invade him then. just by eyeballing our situation, based on the martial skill we have, based on how much of Moria we occupy, I think our chance of killing the Balrog is sitting roughly somewhere around 30%. We could check, but it's gonna bug out if I click this button and I don't go through it. It's gonna bug out like it did the first time around. Um, so I'm not gonna check this quite yet. We'll do it closer to when we're closer to killing the Balrog. I think we're actually gonna postpone the killing of the Balrog. I think we're gonna go through another active, through another not active, through another wandering phase, and then try to push him to dormant once again. And in the meantime, we're gonna use the time we have to level up the skills we need, because we still need Wayfarer, which is deep down in the tree. We still need Thriving in Chaos, preferably Torturer as well, but we'll see about that. We absolutely need, where was it? We absolutely need Defender of the Faith. That's too good to pass up. That's 10 prowess right there. Other than that, it would be nice to get to Sound Foundations. That may give us a point in or two in Martial, which is very valuable. Um, but then again, it might increase something completely different. So this is a gamble. Um, we also don't have 5 children. We only have 4. If we had another child, we would get the full benefit of that. But I don't think we're gonna have another child. We may do, but she's currently getting a minus 50% fertility debuff. And dwarves have a fertility debuff as is. They have minus 20. If those two are are being added to one another, then we're looking at minus 70% debuff to fertility on her side alone. And to counter that, we would need to get like weeds in the garden, um, and the 20% fertility buff just to be able to maybe have another child. That's a lot of maybes there. If we get Patriarch, I may look at throwing a point in like weeds in a garden to see if we can get another kid. But for the moment, I'm gonna leave it as is. We can launch a mining expedition. Let's not launch a mining expedition. We're still waiting on prowess, so I'm gonna unpause now. There's the struggle for Moria, and we're gonna develop this so we can do something with it. I may give Zirin Cook away, actually. Dwalin crowned. Okay, so that's Dwalin, and he has now taken over the mansion of Gabil Gothel. He is missing a duchy though. We'll see if he creates it. We'll sell some titles. What is going on? Enemy ally joins war. Yeah, I'm not gonna send troops anymore. That is a stupid war to join. No, you cannot buy your way into my dynasty. Go away. This is just missing this building. We're gonna give Zirin Cook away. We have too many settlements, and I don't. We're gonna have a few more. So I'm gonna pass this over to our Andamer. That's fine. We're not gonna give away the Chamber of Mazar Bull, the Central Halls, all of these. We can give away Kalath, no, Kaluch Etherl or something. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. We're probably gonna give this away. Maybe even Duf Surak. Are you done? So there we go, that's done. We should probably resolve this as well. It's gonna wake up the Balrog, but that's okay. We'll go through another dormant phase. We're still above the domain limit, so we need to give away this, I think. I'm not gonna give away the mines, those are too valuable. But we can't give this one away, even though it has sapphire. So let's give that away. You can stop with developing there. We have a decent income. We're not really worried about money at this point. 30 ducats a month is more than enough for what we need in our immediate future. You are now soulmates. That's nice. Can you lose this war faster, please, so I don't have to worry about sending troops to you? Do we have an iron hill that we can call? Can we search for that? No, we cannot. So we would have to give this to an iron hill and then take it away from him. Can we do that? We do have a companion. So we could settle him in the bridge and give him the colony. And then take away the bridge, the eastern gate. That is worth considering. We might do this. So let's work on that. We're gonna have to fabricate though, so I cannot fabricate while we hold it. Let's give it away now. Because what we want to do, we want to have, we want to change the culture before the settlement becomes a delving, before it becomes a castle. Let's give it to him now. Congrats, you now hold this title. And I'm gonna fabricate on you, my dude. Don't take it personally. He's gonna need money to develop that settlement. We're gonna give that money to him, but first we're gonna need to build some stuff. So he doesn't build it. We can advance time a bit faster here now. The outcasts. Can we get money for this? No. Let's find the truth of the matter. Bandits were cleared. That's the best option you can do if you can succeed in it. We'll build this up. It should build fast. My prowess keeps increasing. Let's talk about. I think courage is also part of this, isn't it? Yeah. Let's talk about courage. Right. We have mining expedition, hunt, and perks. Let's go for perks, and let's go on a mining expedition. We could go on the legendary sighting. You're gonna fail spectacularly though. I'm pretty sure about that. Let's try it. We can splurge. We have the money. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna fail. We didn't manage to get the hunting trait last time. I'm not sure how that happened, but okay. Only 20% chance to succeed. This is probably gonna fail so bad. We have autonomous holds. So we are the culture head. Autonomous holds was this, so that increases our income a bit. We're gonna go for cranes, I think. I think at the moment that's the most useful one. Rifle ownership, promissory notes, noblesse oblige, existing development, and formalize the emissaries. I mean, none of these are absolutely necessary right this very moment. Plate armor would help our heavy infantry, but Again, not very interesting. Cranes would probably be the best ones because it gives us an extra building slot. Uh, we can't upgrade past this, so that'll be the last one. The only other way to get extra building slots is to increase the size of the delving. Um, we gain focus on the hunt for 10 years. That's not really helpful because that's a temporary buff, but it counts towards prowess. Who is an unbeliever? You're in my entourage. Okay, sure, whatever. We have an elf coming to town, sure, by all means. You have not colonized further, I'm not upset about that. Let's do this settlement. The beast will be mine. I doubt that very much. We now have a success chance of 54% somehow. Let's go for mediator. Let's go for mediator. After it, we ride is probably the best one. Increases slightly, increases, and this is based on my martial challenge. Uh, yeah, that sounds like logic right there. You couldn't possibly be wrong with that, but clearly this must be true. And we we failed. Okay, so we gained a trait hunter. At least we got that going for us. Can we see it now, game? There it is. We got some experience in it. But we completely failed that hunt. Let's see if we can win this duel. Oh, come on. I don't want you to be Longbeard. Why did I even bother with this? So that means it completed, didn't it? And it's Longbeard culture. You utter buffoons. Well, I already paid for the settlement to be upgraded as well. Good job. Can we tell you to change the culture here, please? You have to promote your own culture. And we'll create the duchy title as well. So we have the hold of Zirak Zigil and the hold of Barazin Bar. That does wonder on the throat, that does. We have no more colonies and we're short on colonies. Let's colonize Durin's Way, finally. We're gonna upgrade the settlement, we're gonna develop the settlement, and we're gonna invade the goblins for the duchy title. We're gonna raise our troops here. Goodbye, goblins. It's happy murder time. Wasn't I on an activity? How could I declare war, game? I shouldn't have been able to declare war. I was coming back. So why could I declare war? That is weird. Can I select my troops? Thank you. You lead them. There we go. Here comes happy murder time. It's murder time. Happy murder time. So long, gobs. We can now disband the troops. We can cancel this building, thank you very much. We don't need goblin buildings. And you can sit just like that, that's fine. We're now over the limit again. I'm not sure how that works, but lonely towns in Jazargund. Okay, here's your next development. We're gonna wake him up. I'm not ready to face the Balrog quite yet. We still have colonies to take over, and from here on end, we're only gonna focus on colonizing. We're not gonna build anything else. We're just gonna focus on colonizing. And hopefully we can bring him back down to sleepy time. Durin's Way. Sure, heal the horse. So you acknowledge my claim to the Borough of Darkest Grotto. To the what, sorry? Good job. I don't particularly care. We can just holy war for the whole duchy. We can commission another artifact. Do we still have? We do not. So we can commission an armor, because we used it up for the artifact we made for the weapon we made for our champion. I don't know if the armor would help us survive the Balrog. That's in case we kill the Balrog, because if we fail to kill the Balrog, no amount of armor is gonna save us. I trust your judgment, that's fine. We're gonna go for additional prestige. We're almost at legendary figure. Yes, thank you. Give me give me that unpressed claim. It won't make a lick of difference if we keep him in the East Hall or not. Ideally, we want him in here, but he's still probably gonna change culture regardless. Let's revoke his title. He will accept. I don't want him in the East Hall. And let's tell him to promote culture anyway. Maybe he'll succeed because he only has one county where he's supposed to do that. But I think he's gonna fail spectacularly, and I think he's gonna choose to change culture groups. So we'll see what happens there. With oval domain size yet again. But we can give this away to a vassal. Not that, just Longbeard is fine. I don't particularly care about holding that territory either. We have quite a few vassals now, and some of them are gonna be doing stupid stuff. No, we'll read the book. We might get a perk out of this. Hold communion, extort subjects. Why take a little when I can take a lot? Sounds perfect to me. You must applaud me. It pleases me that you recognize these efforts. Can I not teach you? I can. And you would become my friend and get wise man. Who are you? You are up there. I'm your heir anyway, but sure. You can become my friend. Apparently this guy barely knows how to read. we would gain some experience with this, so let's go for that. We unlock a new perk. Doesn't really matter if we go for profit or not. We're not getting any piety from anywhere, so let's just throw points into it. How are you with this? Bustling colony, where is this? In Durin's Way. We cannot upgrade you quite yet. We are gonna keep Durin's Way. This is the duchy capital. We are absolutely keeping it. We can give peripheral regions away, but we're gonna keep the duchy capitals. On the off chance we finally manage to get Mithril in one of them. Yes, do that. And now we're going to develop you instead. And seeing as we're gonna wake him up anyway, what other places do we need to colonize? We need to colonize this for sure. So let's do that. You want us to stop being rivals? Sure, I'll accept that. I'll kill you later anyway. You want me to stop reading? That would give fertility for 1 year. I don't think it will make any difference. We could increase your learning, or we could just tell you to go away. I don't particularly care about temporary learning increases. We're gonna burn through lifestyle. Let's take the extra fertility. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get another kid. Bustling colony in Jazurgund. We need to wait for development though. And we need to figure out what other territories we're gonna give away. We can hunt some more. Apparently we can still try legendary, but we can't because we have no sighting. So we're gonna discard that and we're gonna go hunting for the regular stuff, which is just gonna be nowhere because we can't. Can we? We can. Okay. Much more prestige. We'll aim for the prestige, that's fine. We're burning through money with this, but it's fine. We're also gonna have to move our capital. This is the capital of the Kingdom of Moria. It's in Durin's Hall. Success chance of 10%. Interesting. Can we move time a bit faster now? Oh, nice. Extra prowess and resistance. Cool. Too bad you didn't make it epic. That would have been better probably. We're not gonna equip this quite yet. We're still taking some prowess from the champion. Who's still 46, so we can still get a bit there. We're gonna take calming actions. We might not even be able to colonize all of Moria. I don't think we have enough to colonize all of Moria. You seem to be excellent bowman. The poacher training might help. I will become the owner of pressed flowers. Or I will become the owner of pressed flowers and gain intrigue lifestyle. Let's do that. After it we ride. How? How did this jump from 10% to 80%? Game, you're being weird. We're gonna equip the pressed, apparently it's what it's called. It's not even pressed flowers, usually it has some other name. So apparently it's just pressed. I think the game is bugging out, but whatever. Um, we're not gonna give this, I don't think. What is popular opinion here? Not good. Let's not cause a war. Let's pay for it. Practice your aim. Was that successful then? I clicked out of it, I think. It was. Let's destroy the harefoot. We don't need it. And let's unpause. The row is a messenger from Mahal. I think we're gonna abandon the pursuit of the white row. If we don't succeed within a certain amount of time, this can lead to insanity. And I'd rather not, to be honest. It's not that important. Call upon you to honor our outstanding agreement and formally join me as an ally. Did you just use your hook? You used your hook to ally yourself to me. Good job. Whatever. I would have accepted an alliance either way. We're gonna do another feast. Oh yeah, we have farms. That's why it's better. We are not gonna do another feast because I foolishly gave this away and we can no longer hold feasts there. So we're not gonna do that. You can stop with that. No, we're not gonna pursue witchcraft. It is a sin. It says it's shunned, but if it's shunned, it's not okay. I'm not gonna spill the beans on him either, though. I should consult with more wardens. How are we for development here? Not yet done. Done. So we are over the limit, which is not great. You have not finished this, so let's finish this. And we can colonize somewhere else. We can colonize... where? We can colonize this. We're gonna be holding it anyway. So we need to decide what else to give away. We can probably give this away. Or Falna We are quite a bit over our limit. Let's give away Falna for now. And you have a conflict there, which is obnoxious. I was hoping to not have any more conflicts. We'll join your war. And we'll wait for this war to finish as well. We're gonna get a bunch of money here. I don't think the other ones are anywhere near as good. They are not. How are we doing for time? 35 minutes, okay. So now that that's finished, let's start building up this settlement. We've been defeated, or I should say he's been defeated. And there we go. He converted from Iron Hill to Longbeard. You idiot. I'm gonna have to give this to someone else, because he can't develop it either. I knew this was gonna happen, but he was the only one who had that culture group. Ah, annoying. You want both of these to be held by someone with the surface dwelling. Martial, absolutely increase the martial because that's gonna translate into skill points for us. What was I thinking about? I completely forgot. Ah, yes, this. So we're still going through cranes, that's fine. Someone is trying to kill me. I have an inkling it might be the goblins. They don't really stand much of a chance. Let's keep going through this. How are we for... Right, so we can't practice with you no more, I don't think. We can. I think that's the last point we can do that with. We can sell trivial titles. I think we shall. Duran's Hall can be upgraded. My friend, if you needed gold, all you had to do was tell me. Okay. We can create titles, but it's not really worth it to create the Kingdom of Moria because colonizing has prices that are dependent on your rank. So if we increase in rank, it's just gonna make our life more difficult. We can hunt again. Let's go hunt. We're gonna drag a big party with us. Hopefully we're gonna get more prestige. How much have you done out of it? Not a lot. No, I'm just here for a small break. Soon. Who are you? Right, you need to leave my territory, dude. Can I expel you? Potentially, but I can't tell what the conditions are. Thank you, Elrond. That's a very beautiful poem. We're being raided. Of course we are. Not for long, though. Goodbye, gobos. Right, what is this? Refusal to work. That's fine. Uh, 14 out of 12. Do we still have a colony somewhere where... Ah, yes, you. Let's move the developer here. We still need to give territories away, and I'm not sure which ones to give away. Let's get out there. We could give Jazargund away. I don't particularly care about holding Jazargund, and you can have it. And we could give this away, or this. Huh. Let's give this away for now. You'll be fine. So we now have a couple of more stronger vassals, which may lead to shenanigans. We'll see. That's not how a leader should act. Talk later, Marshal. We have a hunt to fail at. After it, we ride. Someone's trying to kill me. Yeah, so recent hunts are nullifying this. Okay. 80%. I'm not gonna risk it. It succeeded. I'll keep a memento, and I got 3 experience. That's not a lot. I think we need to let the cooldown go away. We're gonna demolish this foxtail. It's not really that important. Drain tunnels in Efarul Nulla. We're gonna go for... We're gonna go for this one, because it increases the holding construction time, so let's get rid of that. Find another path. Yep, the gobbles are trying to kill me. Sure, whatever. Dormant is lagging behind. Active is leading by quite a margin. Do we still have our military raised? Disband, please. We are only working on the one colony. I'm not sure if this is if this is counted as part of the struggle region. It might not be. But to build through it, it would count towards the building, so I'd rather not do it right now. Let's expand here. We do need to give these away as well. We still have these two and this one. How many territories do you need to have? 2. So we're gonna have to give this to a different vassal. What about this one? How many territories do you need to have? Also 2. We're gonna create this title immediately. We don't want other people to have it. We're gonna be over our... No, we're not founding a kingdom. We're gonna be over our duchy limit, but that's fine. We can take it. Let's colonize this as well, just to have a nice border. Yes, the vile fiend. As if we didn't know who was after us. We could get a hound. In particular, we could get a beast hound. That would be good. Let's do that. His name will be Grey, the most generic name on the planet. We're way past the prowess of our champion, so we're gonna tell him to improve. We're gonna equip the Axe of Durin. And now we can see we have 65 prowess, which is fairly good. We can also equip the armor, actually. And we have 70 prowess, which is very, very good. We'll still try to get a bit more though. We inherited what? That one. What happened? Died of heart failure and old age. Okay. Well, guess what? Someone else is gonna have it instead. Hello, Aragorn. what are you doing here? Well, it's actually Halbaron. What conflict are you involved in? Sauron and the Peasant Revolt. He's probably after the Peasant Revolt. This is interesting. He's still fairly good. We'll see for how much longer he's gonna live. His son has high blood of Numenor, but his children... he has high blood of Numenor as well. Not bad. And your children? It's starting to decrease. So we can see the decrease happening. Let's unpause. We still need to colonize some more. You hate this guy who is far away. He becomes my rival. We gain some additional prowess for 10 years. It's okay, I'll eat the stress. I don't care to have more assassination attempts on me. Can we finish this colony, please? What, so you're gonna give me a hook on my wife? Sure. Only for him to lose his hook on my wife. I'm fine with that. Our vassals are taking stupid decisions. We're gonna leave this alone for a bit, because I'm pretty sure we still have... Yeah, we're gonna leave it alone for a bit. We can, however, go mining. Commission artifacts. Do we want to commission another artifact? We could try for a better armor. Let's try. If we get a better armor, it might help. Not sure if it will or not, but it might. At this point, we are gonna aim to increase our prowess as much as possible. Sort by aptitude, please. We're gonna take our player heir, that's fine. And we're gonna go on a mining expedition in the south. We're only going there for the stats. Prestige is good. Well, not quite there with prestige. Just keep digging, sounds good. Is this in Etharl Nulla? It is. Build up the settlement, please. There's no need for a dedication. We're gonna draw up a strategy to search the caverns. So we can already see whatever choice we make here, it's not gonna go above 70%. It's gonna stay there. Let's test that first. It performs excellently, so the success chance increases greatly, only it doesn't. So that's how that works. We have this guy sitting at our very border. And you have the domain of Gundabad, which is a head of faith title. And you made it your primary title because? Any particular reasons? I'm not gonna pay for a pickaxe. Um, if we have a look at it, the only thing it does is it increases the experience gain. I do not care about that. We can try to retrace my steps. This is a very good event to get. It's a learning challenge, which is why it's good to have high learning when you go mining. We do get 200 gold out of it, so that's good. You're at war, aren't you? Yes, you are. Uh, let's see if we can help you. That's the wrong button. A mild disappointment. Okay, whatever. Are your troops gonna succeed? They will not. He can't siege you, but we're not gonna stay like this. So can we raise our troops now? We'll join the war. I can manage things from here. I'm gonna find my pet. We get adventurous pet for 2 years. We're gonna disband the troops. Yearly drift catalyst, yearly drift catalyst. What yearly drift catalyst did we have for active? It had to be either declared war upon or constructing. It may have been the mining as well. I'm not sure if it counts if we mine here. We'll pay attention the next time we finish a mining. So building definitely activated one. Yeah, go away. That's not what I wanted to see. What I wanted to see was... It's classed as yearly drift. It doesn't say. We'll pay attention the next time we mine. We may be triggering this prematurely. How are we on active? Right. We're gonna stop with building, I think. We're gonna finish these colonies and we're gonna stop. I don't think we're gonna be able to avoid an active phase. Um, let's do these. Don't turn me into a lunatic. Thank you. Everyone will pay. I am not a lunatic. That's good. This is nowhere near as good as the other armor. But maybe we can sacrifice it later for a better armor. Or maybe we could try and get a better weapon for our champion, who I have told to increase his stats, and he is doing this steadily. We can do Ancestor Veneration. Let's do Ancestor Veneration. Don't care for your delegation. This is fine. Have we built something? Bustling colony. Is this here? It is. Found the delving. We're now over our limit again. Let's look at Thrar. Stewardship or learning? I'm gonna go for stewardship. It failed. Stewardship or learning lifestyle? The stewardship is guaranteed, but learning has a higher priority and it failed. Martial lifestyle perk we do not need, and we would get experience in aggressive attacker. Only at the end would we get a bonus in martial there. How much do we have in aggressive attacker? Not a lot. We only have 13, so that's a lot of experience to cover. The learning lifestyle perk might be more urgent at this point. Was that from... No, that was from our own research. Crafting and smith, or martial and experience in Cavern Commander. Cavern Commander also doesn't give any martial bonuses except at the end, I think. It gives prowess. Let's take smith, maybe. We unlocked a point instead. This is the one we just finished. Exotic mineral. We're gonna go for the mining ones, I think. We could go for the smithing though. But crafting items is expensive. How much prowess does armor smith give us? Not a lot is the answer to that. And the rest of them do not give us that anyway. I mean, 2 prowess is a bonus, but by the time we'll finalize that, we'll probably lose the same amount of prowess from old age. So we have better ones to prioritize. Stewardship or martial? We'll take the stewardship. Diplomacy or martial? Please give me martial. Thank you. And that's the end of that. How is the hunting situation? Let's see. It is better. Let's go hunting. Prestige, please. We're close to legendary figure. We could ease up. Let's ease up. We don't need to keep farming this so much. As time will pass, we'll get some prestige passively anyway. Let's get out there. Put it back. Settlement. After it. And there we go. I'll keep a memento. We got a hare foot of green quality. What does this give? Fertility. That's good. Can we have another kid now? We get called out for this, and we're gonna lose some opinion and some prestige gain, but I don't particularly care. You're being a good boy. Of course you are. I don't think we're gonna avoid active. You can go away with this. I think we're gonna trigger active, and I think we're gonna grind it down to dormant again. So let's go for that, because I don't think active is avoidable anymore. And we want to colonize all of Moria, basically. We can probably squeeze an extra 2 more colonies before we're in danger of Armageddon. How are we doing for time? We're close to the hour mark. A narrow escape. Cranes has been done. Let's go for sappers. +1 powerful vassal opinion. Very, very helpful that. Oh, we can do this. We're gonna be over our duchy limit by 2. We're not giving that away to anyone else. Here, you can have this. And we're gonna colonize... We're gonna colonize the West Hall. So we can round up our border. We're not gonna do the same here quite yet. Fallen Stronghold or how would you even say that? Athkushmur. Okay. Um, let's close off this section here though. Okay, so we're going into active. We might be able to finalize some more colonies. But we're gonna turn him back into wandering. That's gonna be the priority. And in the meantime, we're still learning stuff. Hopefully we won't lose too much prowess to old age. Oh, we can hunt again. Yes, we can. Um, yeah, go for it. And we're being raided. In the south again. Okay. I think it's high time to increase our army yet again, just to send a powerful message that maybe raiding me would be a dumb idea. Available perks. I am gonna pick up Defender of the Faith, I think. How much do we have without all of these equipped? 49. You are still within the range. We could save the point for later. Let's save the point for later. And we'll sink it in it once we're ready for the Balrog. So for now we're just gonna we're just gonna keep those items equipped. We're gonna save the point. We might be able to milk a bit more prowess from the champion. There goes your raiding party. Thanks for dropping by though. One point I am considering is the whole of body thing. I don't know if the health of the one fighting the Balrog has any implications in regards to survivability. I have no idea if that's a factor or not. He's just a dog. Be quiet. We're gonna finish this hunting. And we will seek out the heir. How old is my heir now? He's 45 now. So even at the point when we began this episode, he was underage. Talk later. He was underage, and if we would have went for the Balrog and died, he would have been in a Regency Council, which is not great. More intrigue, please, and give me this pressed Aster, which is more fertility. We have access to the intrigue bit. We could go for like weeds in a garden. Let's do that. Let's see if we get another kid finally. After it. No, we're not gonna cheat our way out of this. We didn't get a lot of experience, but such is life. We're gonna return him. I'm gonna do it. And I lost. Good job. Mining expedition. How are we for this? We have reached the first level. We can start going for the second one. Do we care about this? No, we do not. So we can reduce the party size now. I don't think we need to hire surveyors either. I think the success chance is simply that good. But we're gonna end the episode here. We are past the hour mark. So we are prolonging our pain and suffering for another active phase. We will try to push him down back to dormant, and when we do get him to dormant again, that's when we will attempt to kill him. I'm not gonna prolong this into yet another cycle of activity and dormant. So the next one is gonna be the final one where we try to kill him. We're getting close to controlling most of Moria anyway, so that's gonna help improve it as much as it can. Um, and we're having a bit too many vassals doing their own thing, which might play against us. So we need to really keep an eye on things. So on that note, please leave a comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.